Hi guys, welcome back to Fat Boys RC. How's it going out there on the real world? Before we start this video, remember, like and subscribe so I can carry on doing all this lovely stuff for you and mostly for me because I enjoy it. Right, now today on the channel we've got a charger. SKYRC have made contact with me, sent me a couple of products to have a look at, and one of the ones they've sent me is the Q100 NEO Quad Charger. Now, this little beastie seems to be quite a good charger. I've read up on it, done a little bit of research on it, and I have actually been using this one for a little while here in the studio just to see how it works. I didn't want to go just get it and say, oh, it's a great charger to you guys. If it wasn't, I wanted to actually play with it. Now, I am impressed with this little charger, and because it is small and relatively powerful, I am actually going to put this into the metal box, and I'm going to make this into my track charger. So I'm going to actually take this down to the track, use this as my charger for my cars that I'm racing. So there's a little bit of an endorsement there for you. If you think I'm any good at what I'm doing, then you know that it's not a rubbish charger. Right, so let's start, shall we? Now, I'm going to say this again. I always say this, but if you see a product and it's in a nice box, well protected, you know you're onto a winner from the start. Because if a product is protected and presented well, it means the people supplying you that product are proud of that product and want to protect it. Now, we've all seen stuff come in from the internet. It's all in rubbishy bags, just comes up in a jiffy and all that kind of stuff. You end up with broken screens, that kind of stuff. Now, these are well protected. Now, the charger itself is a lovely little unit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open the box for you and show you what's inside. Now, when you open the box, obviously the first thing you're greeted with is more protection. So as I say, the quality packaging. So if we remove this piece of foam, you can see inside there, more protection. Of course, we've got our standard power supply, okay, which is just a 240-volt cable. Then we have the charger itself, and we have a book of words. So there we have it. So here's our charger. So I'll whip the charger out of the bag. Now, the first thing that hits you when you get this out of the bag, it's small, it's tiny, but it's a unit, it's heavy. It's 491 grams, half a kilo in a little box like that, because it's packed with technology and functionality. Now, I love the way this thing looks and feels, but on the back here also we've got our AC input, but we've also got DC input. So if you've got an external DC power supply, you can take this out into the field, use this to charge batteries on the fly when you're out in the field. So which is great, isn't it, really? Because you can then use this as an indoor charger or an at-the-track charger. Now, I'm going to use this for both because I do a lot of indoor racing anyway, so it's going to be the AC for me. Now, first thing I notice on there is this nice looking little wheel. Now, I looked at that and thought, oh, what's that for, you know? And to be quite honest, it is quite a nice little wheel. It's actually machined from aluminium, good quality. We've got the button there for the port selection. We've obviously got a nice, decent sized screen. We've got 4 XT60s with balance ports, up to 4S on a LiPo for this one, up to 8S on a NiCad, but up to 4S on a LiPo battery. Now, this charger is also a 6 amp charger, which means it can charge up to 6,000 milliamp hour batteries as standard. The current global recognition is 1C per charge rate. So basically, if a battery is a 6,000 milliamp hour, you charge it at 6 amps. If it's 2C, you can charge it at 12. You know, that kind of thing. So let's get started, shall we? Now, down here I've got a power supply. It's surge protected as well, in case any of you guys are worrying out there, which I know you're not. So if we connect our cable at the back, right, now the power supply has been connected, I think. As you can see from there, let's bring it a little bit closer, the screen is nice and bright. Now you can see some buttons here. This is the 2 buttons I was talking about. The port button, can you see the A is flashing? Press that, brings up A, so that's port A. Press that, brings up port B. Can you see it changing up here? Port C, port D, back to there. or we can use our little scrolly button to press it, and if we push our scrolly button, that's an activation button. Yeah, so then we can choose all our settings for setting up our batteries. That's a nice little function, that will. I do actually like the interface itself. The screen, which is what they call Colour X, is very, very bright, stands out very, very well. The charger itself responds very well to your input. It's quick, you know, when it's doing stuff. Now, as I said, there's quite a lot of functionality with this little charger. First of all, not only is it an AC and a DC charger, it can also discharge. Now, for you guys out there with LiPo batteries that you want to store, it will do a storage charge or it can discharge. So if you're not going to use your batteries for a while, put them onto a storage charge. It's just a safe practice. And if you're going to get rid of your batteries, you're going to need to discharge your batteries. Now, LiPo batteries are notoriously hard for getting rid of. So this has a discharge function on it for you to actually plug in, discharge the batteries, get them down to pretty much flat, so that you can then cut the lead off, terminate them, get rid of them. But you're actually going to have to go to your local science centre for that. That's in for a different video. Now, functionality wise, apart from that, charge, discharge, discharge and storage charge, you can do recycle as well. So if you've got a nickel metal hydride battery, for instance, and you want to use it and it's got a bit old and dull, you can run a cycle on it. So I normally run about 5 or 6 cycles through them to build the battery back up to its maximum output. So it's a nice function to be able to recycle a battery. It helps battery health. Okay, so also with this being a smart charger, this thing has got some very, very good functionality. Now, it's got the multi-safe circuit, they're calling it, in it. Now, this provides over temperature protection. This provides over capacity protection. This provides timeout protection and reverse polarity protection, and it will do cut off on over voltage. So basically, there's a lot of safety features built in to this as a smart charger. So if you're using a battery with a balance cable on there, you've got all this protection. Take it from me, if a LiPo battery goes up, it catches fire, you can't really put it out. That being said, when you're charging, make sure you're protected. For the sake of this video, I haven't got this in a storage box, but when you charge LiPo batteries, make sure you have them in a LiPo bag or in a tin. Now, another thing on this is the intelligent cooling. It cuts in and cuts out when it's needed. It also has a built-in microcontroller unit, MCU. Now, a microcontroller unit is basically an onboard computer on the circuit board inside the charger. And this brings intelligent charging, so it can optimize power when needed, for instance. Now, this has got 4 ports, so you can connect 4 batteries. If you charge one battery, it's going to charge at 60 watts, okay? If you charge 2 batteries, they're going to charge at 50 watts each. If you charge 3 batteries, it goes down to 33 watts each, and if you go to 4 batteries, it will go to 25 watts each. So you can have 4 batteries charging there, and they distribute the power there. The MCU is distributing all of that power evenly when it's done. If one of those batteries then finishes, the MCU is clever enough to draw the power from that and redistribute it to the other batteries. So as the batteries finish, priority comes in, they get more of a service from the charger. That's clever. Okay, it's not just a battery charger where you bung it in and away you go. Obviously you've got the balance port there. So if you're plugging a LiPo battery in, it's going to read, and you're going to get like a 2-way telemetry between the charger and the battery. The battery's going to know, you're going to be able to read on your screen everything that's being done, everything that's happening. Okay, so it's very, very clever. Right. So the charger itself, as I say, is very, very clever. We have support there for pretty much all kinds of batteries that we use in the RC world. Obviously the LiPo, which is the big one at the moment, the lithium ion, which is also another one that you see on a regular basis. Li-Fi, you don't see as much. They're a bit like lithium ion, but they have a more stable way of sending the electric, and they last longer. But the lithium ion is more direct power, so it's better than the Li-Fi in that instance. The lithium polymer is obviously the biggest burst out there. You've got your nickel metal hydride batteries, which are the the sort of basic sort of 7.2 volt batteries. You've got NiCad batteries, and you've got one that you come across sometimes called PB, which is basically a lead battery, like a battery with acid, kind of lead battery. We don't see that as much with radio controlled cars, obviously, but the charger can handle all of those kinds of batteries. So you've got one charger that can handle a multiple amount of formats. Also with this one, you can actually set it as a DC power supply, so you can connect peripherals to it. I haven't looked which ones yet, but you can go from 1 to 30 volt output. So you can actually use it as a power supply for different peripherals. So it's if you get what I'm saying, it's a very versatile charger. Right, so I've been waffling on a little bit there, so let's have a look at the battery. We'll connect a couple of batteries to it and get them charging, shall we? So I'm just going to grab something so you can see the screen as I'm doing it. Right, hopefully there you can see the screen a bit better. It will be a little bit dull on this interface. So for the first connection, I'm going to use a nickel metal hydride. Now this is a nickel metal hydride that I use in my banger racing car. This is a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. Now as you can see, I ain't going to plug in there. So what you're going to need to do is either make or purchase an XT60 to Dean's connector for this kind of battery. Now these are available at all model shops and they literally cost a couple of pounds. So plug it in, okay, plug in the Dean's connector there. Right, so we're on port A. So I'm going to scroll down, I'm going to bring that up a little bit. Right, battery type. So I'm going to do that, I'm going to press the button. It's got LiPo, Li-Fi, Li-On, NiCad, nickel metal hydride or PB. So obviously I'm going to go nickel metal hydride. Cell count, it's a 4S 4.8 volt, because this is for my banger racer. We only use 4.8 volt batteries on those. Now I'm going to tell it to charge. Condition, that's fine. Charge current. Now this is a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, and as I said earlier, the current recommendation is 1C, so I'm going to put this up to 5 amps. Using this scroll wheel, it's quite simple. Okay, so there we got nickel metal hydride 4S, charge 5 amps. Scroll down to start, press start. It says value will be set in the channels. Right, so it started to charge, and as you can see up here, we've got the voltage and amps going in. So you've got 5.2 volt amps there going in, 2.2 amps, 3 amps. So it's building up. Right, so that's that one. That's that nickel metal hydride on there. So now what we're going to need to do is we're going to charge a LiPo with a Dean's connection on it. Now, with a Dean's connection on a LiPo, again, we're going to need that one. So if we go into D this time, shall we, just to space it out? We're going to bring in the, now I think it goes to the bottom. It says on it, so it says 1 to 4, so yes, it does go to the bottom. So you push that into there, that's your balance cable in, and then connect that. So that's on D, okay? That's actually telling me it's pretty much fully charged. So if I select D, go LiPo, it's a 2S 7.4, make sure you select the right one. Condition 400 volts, 4 amps, so bring it down, this is going to go to 6 amps. And we're going to go start. That's probably going to come up pretty much straight away. Now, our next type of battery we're going to connect is an XT60. Okay, so an XT60, we're going to go into channel B with this XT60, like so. And I'm going to use one of these little balance cables, simply because I find it a little bit more difficult with plugging directly in with the battery on an XT60 due to the stiffness of the cables. So there we go, we've gone into channel B now. So again, I'm going to use the nice little scroll wheel. Okay, so I'm going to scroll up to B. See, B is flashing. I'm going to press on the scroll wheel. Right, that's telling me there's a battery connected to it that's pretty much charged. So I'm going to go, okay, so we'll have a LiPo, we'll have a 2S. We will have, this is a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, so we're going to have 4 amps. So if we now leave that charging, that will charge all 3 of those batteries. As one finishes, that will then distribute the power to the next. So it's quite a simple process, and it's got quite an intuitive screen and display. So I'm actually quite liking this. It's easy to use. Now, a lot of people out there don't like a 1-screen charger. They like them to have 4 screens. They cost a lot of money. This charger probably surprised you. The recommended retail price in the UK is $74.99, but you will find prices a little bit cheaper if you look around online, like Model Sport and stuff like that. They're running, I think Model Sport are doing it at £67 at the moment. Now, as you can see, it's quite an easy charger to use. It's quite versatile. It's got a lot of functionality, and it's cheap. So where can you go wrong, really? SKYRC are a very well-known brand. I've been using their products for years. I've got their speed analyzer. We've got various sort of, I've got motors and ESCs from them, and we have a charger. Now, you probably haven't heard that on there, but the fan's just kicked in. With this central control unit, it's got the intelligent cooling system, as I mentioned earlier, so the fan is actually coming in when it's needed. It will go off when it's not needed. All of this functionality is built in as standard in a cheap little package. Now, yeah, I've been using it, and I am going to convert this into my track charger, and watch for that video, because I'm actually going to make the box and line it and all that kind of stuff so you can see it. So anyway, if you like the Q100 NEO, get online and buy it. I shall drop below a link for you so that you can go and purchase one of these. Anyway, what do you reckon? Thanks for watching the video. It's short and sweet. It's about a charger, obviously. We all need chargers, and there are some crappy ones out there on the market, whereas SKYRC are going to supply you with a quality product. Okay, so check out my other videos. Remember to like and subscribe. Go and look for some links to buy me a coffee if you really want to, and tell me I'm great in general, because, you know, I'm a bit of an egomaniac. Anyway, thanks for watching this, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.